Welcome back, Renegades. Today we got some gameplay with OP09 Shanks versus Jewelry Bonney, Rob Lucci, and Purple Luffy. Uh, Huge shout out to my daughter for making my thumbnail here with the Renegade GCM logo. So let's get into it. So we choose to go first here. We have two ace. We got a mulligan. So the aces aren't very good into this matchup, so we just mulligan them just a little better. So we get an Uda. We get a Ben Beckman, passing it back to the opponent. Opponent's at 2 Dawn. They're going to play out a Bonney and a Beiji, so they're going to put a little defense up. So we have 3 Dawn here. We're just going to pressure. We're going to go 8, trying to get rid of that blocker. We're going to take the hit, which is fine. We could have chipped 5 and 5. Realistically, it probably would have been the better option because they had no open Dawn. So we would have actually got 2 swings. So they're going to use their Bonney search here to get a Eustace Captain Kidd from OP01, the 8 drop. So we're sitting with 2 7-drop Beckmans in hand and a bunch of 2Ks, as well as another Uda searcher. So they're going to go 7 into 5 here. We're going to use leader effect to make it a 6K and then use a 2K counter. We're going to use out the Otama. And passing it back. The opponent did leave 1 Dawn open this time. So we don't really have much going on this turn, so we're going to go 7 with our leader into life. They're going to rest the Uda. So we're going to play out our other Uda, getting a 10-drop Shanks, leaving 2 Dawn open for our Gum Gum Red Hawk. Not great targets for the Red Hawk, but it's still a viable option. Opponent sitting at 3 life, we're still at 5. So 5 into 2 here into our Uda. We're just going to give the Beiji -1. And we're probably going to give this Uda up. No? Or, okay, we're going to use the Gum Gum Red Hawk here. And get a count, save the Uda, and get rid of the Beiji. And now they play out their Basil Hawkins and pass it back. They have no open Dawn here. So 7. We're at 7 Dawn now. We're just going to play out a Ben Beckman to get rid of their Bonney Searcher and then chip 5, which we realize they have a blocker, but it's alright. And pass. Sometimes the opponents won't use the blocker, so we always just kind of make sure that they're paying attention by chipping in. At least with the leader, because, you know, unnecessarily resting your characters isn't always the greatest thing. So the opponent plays out Cavendish here, getting a couple Dawn back as active. So now they're still working with 5. They're going to play out a 2-drop Rosinati blocker, attaching 2 to leader, going 7 into 5 here. We're going to use card action as well, giving it a -1, and then that's just a 2K out of hand. So they're going to pressure with their blocker. We're going to take that. So the Basil Hawking is now a viable option to swing into. So we have to draw our Dawn first. There we go. Now we're going to play Silver's Rayleigh. We can get something -3 and something -2. So we get the Cavendish -3 and the Basil Hawkins -2. We can pop the Cavendish. And now we can pressure 8 with Ben Beckman into the 5 of the Basil Hawkins. See if they want to give that blocker up. So they're going to use some counter out of hand. Okay. Just pass it back. But now their Basil's only a 5K till the end of their turn here. So here comes down the 8-drop Kid. They're on their 10 Dawn turn, so they could put 1 on a Kid. They're going to rest Kid here to play out. No, they choose nothing. Okay, they didn't choose to play anything from hand, but they did get a Dawn, so now that's the target. We have 2 blockers to get through before we can even touch the Kid. We're at 10 Dawn here. The Hongo, we can give something minus. So we're gonna give the Kid. We're gonna play Hongo, giving the Kid -2K, and now we're gonna play Ben Beckman, trashing the Kid, pressure into life. So 8 into 5 here. They're gonna rest our other Ben Beckman. And pass it back. I think Rosinati has to be, if they'd be KO'd, he can sacrifice itself to save it. So they're going to go after that Hongo here to make sure that we can't do that again. So we're going to use the other Hongo from hand as a 2K to save it. as well as using leader effect to make it only a 4K swing. So here's the 10 drop Dopey. They're going to freeze the Hongo, the Silvers, and one of our Ben Beckmans. They have no open Dawn now, but they still have 2 blockers, so they're not hurting right now. So we're going to go 5 into life here, seeing if we can get a card out of hand. See if they want to use their Basil, which is fine. At least rest it out of the way. They did rest it with the Basil. So now we're going to pressure 7 into life with Ben Beckman, see if they want to give up another counter. Nope, they gave some counter out of hand. Okay. And now we can deploy our 10 drop Shanks, replacing the Uda. Then we're going to attack into life here. We're going to go 12 into 5. Assuming here they're going to give us a blocker or the life, because there's no way to counter out. They did give us the life. We just pass it back. We're still sitting at a healthy life total of 4. Their entire character field, bonus characters have minus 1,000 due to the Shanks static ability. So they're going to deploy another blocker with Basil Hawkins. So they definitely are walling up. They have 4 cards in hand, 1 life, 3 blockers. Here comes Doflamingo. It's a 12K into our 8 Silvers Rayleigh. Using card action here, really can't save it. So we're going to use card action on their leader. That way, if they want to swing into life, they're going to have to give up their protection of resting a character. So, but they're going to go into Hongo here, which makes sense. So if we want to save that, it's going to cost both cards out of hand, but we're just going to give it to them. We still have some good swings coming in. We have another 10 drop Shanks from top of deck. We want to swing with the 12K first. We don't want to swing with the 7s. Because they're going to rest one of them. Which is still fine, because some good swings coming. We still have another 7K swing. We have another 5K swing. And then we have another 10 drop Shanks coming down. So they're going to counter out of this one. Now we're going to go 5. They still have 2 blockers, so no risk of, And now the 10 drop Shanks coming down. We can try to pressure the Dofi here if we want. It'd be an 8K. Yeah, so 12 and 8 here. See if they want to let it go or give us the blocker. They gave us the blocker. Makes sense. And we just pass it back. They went 13 into the Ben Beckman, which we're going to give that to them. We're going to use card effect. Giving it to their leader. And they get one of the Ben Beckmans. So now they're going to go 8 with their leader into Ben Beckman. If we want to save this, we're going to need to give them both counters out of hand, which we do. So now they have a 5K swing with Basil, but they just pass it back. So here, they're going to rest one of the 12s. So we're going to go 12. That's going to force their life or their blocker. They took the last life. So we still get 2 swings. So we got to make sure that we can pressure enough or they have to use the blocker. And then we try to finish them off with the remaining Dawn and leader swing. So 11 into 5 here. They only got 4 cards to get out of this. So they're going to use their blocker. And now we're going to put the remaining 6 Dawn on our Shanks leader and just pressure 11 again. So 10. Nope. They were 2K short. So the opponent chooses to go second here. We have 2 Otamas, a Ben Beckman, a Gum Red Hawk, and a Marco, 5 drop Marco. So we're just going to get a Dawn, passing it to the opponent. So we're just going to go 3 on our leader here, just go 8 into 5. We did draw another Marco. They take that hit, and just pass it back. Opponent's going to go 5 into life here, using its leader effect to trash a couple cards. We're just going to give it -1. They're going to play out a Khalifa, which they can draw 2, trash 2. So they trash the Khalifa and a Soap Sheep, and they just pass it back to us. So here we're at 5 Dawn. We're going to go 5 into life with our leader. They're going to give us a 2K, and then we're going to deploy the Ace. This Ace is really good in the black matchups because they have to remove it twice. Because they can, if it would be removed from the field by an opponent's effect, you can give it -2,000 for the turn instead, once per turn. So here they're going to go 5 into life again. We're just going to use our leader effect. Because now if they want to swing with Khalifa, Well, they won't be able to because they played a Rob Lucci. Return 2 cards, CP9, bottom of deck, it gains Rush. Okay, this is from OP03, a 6/7 Rob Lucci. Okay. We can give him a 2 and a 1 here if we want. So we're going to give him a Notama and a Marco. And back to us. So we're at 7 Dawn now. We're going to add 3 Dawn to our ace and go 9 into that rested Rob Lucci character. So 9 into 7. If we leave 2 Dawn, it looks like we want to keep 2 Dawn open for the Gum Gum Red Hawk. So we did take out that Lucci. Now we're going to pressure life 7 into 5. They take the hit. So their Khalifa is a 4,000 power character. If they don't put Dawn on it, they don't protect it this turn, the Gum Gum Red Hawk could take it out. So here they're going to put 1 on the Khalifa. They're going to go 5. See, here I should have, yeah, see here I messed up. So I should have gave the Khalifa -1 for the turn. And then I could have still held off on the Gum Gum Red Hawk against Lucci. So here they're going to go 5 in to life here. So we're just going to give them that 1k Marco. So they're not really focusing on the ace yet. So here they're going to drop another 7k Lucci. They did give it Rush. So they're going to go 7 into 5 here. It would take 3k counter if we want to protect our life here. We're just going to take the hit. We do get an Uda out of life. Back to us. Getting another Otama, which is nice. So now we have 9 Dawn to work with. The Dragon will give us 2 rested Dawn to either our leader or a character. We're going to just give it to the Dragon and go 11 into 7 into the rested character Rob Lucci. Then we're going to go 5 into Khalifa, see if they want to give us a 2k. And then we got 6 into life with the ace. So I'm going to use some counter cards out of hand here, which is good. We're going to play Uda, we're going to get Lucky Roo, and then pass it to them. So I'm going to put 1 on leader, going 6 into 5 here. And then they're going to trash using leader effect. So we just we used our leader effect and just used the 1k to counter out. Kaido's pretty good. Then we have to discard a card. At this point, we don't think the Gum Gum Red Hawk's going to be relevant. We missed our opportunity to play it. So we're at 10 Dawn here. Opponent's at 3 life. So here it looks like we're going to try to get rid of that. So it's at 6 or 9. It puts it to 7. We're going to put out both of our Otamas and the Ben Beckman just to get rid of that Kaido. Not leaving much room to pressure life this turn, but we wanted to make sure we got rid of that Kaido. That's what we went with. So here we're going to pressure 6 twice. The opponent took the first hit. They're going to counter out of the second one. So I'm going to use Tempest Kick to give -3 to Ben Beckman. Looks like they used it 2 of them. No, they only used 1 so far. They drew a card and then gave -3 to Ben Beckman. Looks like they're going to use another Tempest Kick here. We do have another ace in hand as well as a Lucky Roo. So they're going to go 8 into life here. We can't counter that. We only got 2k worth of counter in hand, so we'll have to take this hit. We're just waiting for the opponent to resolve their leader effect. So they're going to trash 2, and then it looks like they're going to give Beckman. Yeah, the leader effect wasn't really relevant there for us to do, but we just did it because we can. Take the hit getting the Uda. So now they're going to play Kaku. So they got rid of the Ben Beckman here with the Kaku. So now we draw into silvers, which is real nice. So we're just going to pressure here. I think we might be trying to go for game. So 5 into 5 here. They only have 3 cards in hand, and black has a lot of non-counter cards they run in decks, so they just happen to have the counter here. We have 7 open Dawn, so we're going to use 1 for our Uda. We did get a 10-drop Shanks. We have 6 open Dawn, so we're going to put 1 on leader. So we're going to go 6 with our ace. 6 into 5. So they did give us a 2K out of that. Then we're going to go 6 into 5 again, see if that last card. Nope, they take that hit. And now we're going to deploy out Lucky Roo. Yeah, we left the 5 open to begin with because we were debating about the ace, but we decided to go Lucky Roo, so leaving one open. Alright, so they tried to finger gun the ace, we just gave it to minus 2,000. It does make it a little harder to protect once it's rested, and they do that. So now it's going to be 6 and a 4, which we can use our blocker. So we gave the leader minus 1. We're going to use Lucky Roo, and then we're going to pop the Kaku from Lucky Roo's KO effect. So they added 2, so they leaves himself 4 Dawn. So 6 and a 4 here. We can't protect it. I'm going to say no block, give him that ace. So they're going to play Rob Lucci here. They're going to just clear out a couple things off the field. We have the 10 drop Shanks. So I got rid of a Uda and a Otama. So we're just going to go 5 into life here, seeing if that last card in hand is a counter or not. So if we can we can get rid of their Lucci, then that will be only one swing they can put into us, because we can always, now we'll have Rayleigh and Shanks plus leader for next turn to swing into pressure their life. They only have 1 card in hand and 1 life, so the opponent scoops it up. We take a mulligan. The hand wasn't great. This isn't much better, but we do have some Marcos. We have some 2Ks. So they're going to go 5 into life here. We're just going to give them minus 1, so we don't do anything about it. They're going to play out a Zorojoro. We draw into another 2K. So we're just going to put 1 on our leader, going 6 into life. And then we're going to play out a Hongo. That way, if we need to remove, we can utilize those Marcos a little bit better. So they're going to go 5 into life here with their Zorojoro. We just gave it minus 1. Yeah, see, they played that a little bit backwards. No, they didn't, because they still need to take a life. So 6 into 5, we're going to give them a 2K with lime juice. So the Marco, we can just straight up get rid of Mr. 2 if we want to. Which we will, because Mr. 2 gets obnoxious. And then we're going to pressure 6 into the Zorojuro, which we get. So here they're at 8 Dawn, they're going to play Luffy Taro and Sangoro. Pretty common play line with Purple Luffy. 6 into life, we're going to give minus 1, and then we're just debating here. We're going to give him the ace. The ace is not as good in this matchup as it is other matchups. So now we're at 8 Dawn. We still don't really have any like good top end going on right now. So let's see, the Hongo can give minus 2. That'd only make it 4. So if we play another Hongo, we can rest both, giving something minus 4. So we're going to go after the Sangoro here, minus 4. Then playing the Marco just to get rid of it. I mean, there's a lot of resources to get rid of that card, but we don't really have anything else going on in hand. So we're going to pressure 5 into life. They're going to give us a counter. Now we have a 6K swing. And if they do get rid of the 1 Marco, we do have the Bad Manners kick course we could trash to bring it back if we choose to. We have the silvers, which we don't really need a blocker yet. So using card action on the Luffy Taro. Making it now a 7K for the turn. And they get the 1 Hongo, which is fine. Another Luffy Taro. And let's see, they get a Zorojoro Searcher. This one's the Searcher. They got a Usuhachi, the 2K. So now they're going to go 8 into the Marco, which is fine. We're going to use the card action here, just trashing the Bad Manners kick course to bring it back. Another 2K. 10 Dawn. We still haven't got our top end, so we're just going to deploy Rayleigh so we get to draw 2 and trash 1. Trying to find something. So they have 5 cards, 1 open Dawn, so I'm assuming they have Gum Gum Giant. So we're going to pressure 8. They take that hit. We're going to pressure 8 again with the other Marco. So they're going to give us a couple 2Ks here. And now we have a 6k swing into life as well with our leader. So we did establish a blocker with the silvers. So they countered out. Opponent's out 2 cards in hand, 3 now with the draw, 2 life. We're still at 5 Dawn, or 5 health. So here comes the Sanji, which is going to rest our blocker. So now they're going to have 5 good swings into us, and we have a couple 2Ks. Yeah, we're going to give them -1 and then counter out the blocker. Try to save the blocker, at least 1 hit. So now they're going to go 6 into 6. We're going to give them another counter. 7 into 6 is another counter, 2K. And now they shifted it over to the 6 because we didn't have any more cards in hand into the Marco, and now they're going to probably go for the blocker again. But their entire turn they focused our board instead of our life. So now we just drew into the 10 drop Goldie Roger. They have 2 cards in hand. We have 3 good swings. We just need to connect. So we're going to go 8 with our Hongo because they shouldn't be able to, unless those are both 2Ks. They still have 1 open Dawn, so then we're going to go 8 again. And we're going to try to finish them off here with another 8K swing. They had a 1 open Dawn, so so 6, 7. Quick reminder, guys, make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. I hope you guys are enjoying this One Piece content. The deck profile for this Shanks will be in the description, and we'll see you guys in the next one.